I'm going to go over the procedure for intake for a community-based referral. So anyone can get a referral through email or through their Google voicemail. So some sent to them directly or forwarded to them by another mentor or me. So this is what they'll probably be know by the time that they contact you. So your job will be to introduce yourself as a mentor and elaborate a little bit about the program. Now, before you get to this point, if your initial contact from them was an email, it might be a good idea to reply and send a copy of the consent form and letting them know that you're going to use that in your meeting that you're going to set up. So then have your meeting and then you've got the consent form there. So if it's possible to do it, go ahead and do it. If not, no big deal. So again, you're explaining the program, let them know there's 30-minute weekly sessions that are a telehealth format. You might have to describe what a telehealth format is, that they need an internet device with a camera, such as a phone, tablet, or a computer, and let them know that we do follow a curriculum which has activities which are based upon the age and interest of their child. And just so you know, we do mentor high school students. We have a curriculum, so if you get a high school student, then let me know and I will get you the high school curriculum. It's a different pace. It's shorter. It's in bigger chunks. So, okay, so you talk about there's a curriculum, let them know the topics. So we're learning the processes of self-management, self-awareness, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. And some of the benefits are what are expressed there on the flyer. So then what you're going to do is, if they're interested, what we need to do is we need to find out what area they're from, because we have grant funding for St. Louis County residents, but outside of St. Louis County, we have a fee schedule, sliding fee schedule. So if they are out of St. Louis County and they're interested in that, I've got the attachment of the fee schedule that you can tell them or send to them. And then the contact information is that admin email and that Google Voice number. If there's questions about it, or if they agree they want to do the billing, then how they do the billing process, they contact that we'll give them the information there. You don't have to worry about that at this point. So now if they're interested in moving forward, then what you're going to do is you're going to discuss the safety plan like you would with any other parent or guardian for telehealth, letting them know that how we need to be cautious and explaining the importance of the verification of the adult, the emergency safety person, and also pointing out those hotline numbers that are on their form. Also, and that you're going to have to verify the adult is there at every session. You can also talk about how you can update them at the end or beginning of every session, and that sort of thing, like you're doing with your other telehealth families. So now you need to gather some information about them. So you can create a Theranos account while you're speaking to them. And so if you remember so part of this is you can set up the account. So at the beginning, this is the Theranos manual. There is a procedure for family referral of a client who don't attend a mentor partner school. Okay, so we remember that those clients, they will have a location. Okay, so, and I'll show you in Theranos, probably easier. So if we have a client who does not attend a mentor school and you don't have their name, you don't know where to put your notes in Theranos, there is a self-referred mentoring client, and that is sort of like the school support account you would use for another student. So this is just your generic student. So if you are logging logistics, then you would do that in the contact log for the self-referred mentoring client. If you are creating a case management appointment because you're going to have a conversation with a family that does not have a consent, then it goes here. Once that family gives you consent, then you're going to take the appointment from here and put it in the child's account. only if it falls within the same billing month. We don't want to ever move things from if the month has changed. Okay, so back to our conversation and back to our client. So once, after you've gone through them, then you want to, if you can get them, they're interested, then go ahead and create account for them right there. So I'm just going to show you one that I started. So if I'm creating an account for a student who does not have a partner school, then you need at least their name to get started, and the location is non-school mentoring. Now you will go and fill in all this information the same way you would for every other one, using the client details information in Theranest. But the difference is it's non-mentoring school. And when you're going to gather some information about them, what you need to do is you need to have their email address so that you can invite them to the portal and send that consent form. So have them know they're going to be looking for that. Some mentors have actually sent the form while they were on the phone, so they didn't have to, give the introductory email. They just talked them through it. So if you have someone who's savvy enough to do that, go ahead and do it. If not, you can always wait till later. Get as much done as you can while you have them on the phone. So you can also at this time talk about how you might want to do an appointment with them. So, and now you might find out that this is a family that only can, the parent or guardian is only available in the evenings and you don't do evening appointments. That's okay. You can keep going with this intake. Just let them know that their mentor who's assigned to them is going to call them to set up the actual appointment. And you're just going to take their appointment range of time and pass that information along. So they're still going to have a conversation with their mentor, but we want to get as much information out of them as we can when they're on the phone. Okay, so another step that's important is the referral. So you don't have a counselor referral form. So you are going to refer to, there's actually a process in the workflow, which is establishing mentoring and self-referred clients. So this is in the, just the SO manual, and you're going to go through this process. Here I changed the name from mentor referral family. In actuality, it is family mentor referral feedback, because we're going to use this form as feedback. Important thing to note, any form for mentoring is going to have the word mentor on it on the tab. So those are the forms we want to use. So once you click on the tab, then you can see I've done this before. And if you've started a form, you can go back and edit as long as you haven't signed it. So you're going to fill out the form. You can get some demographic information here and then later put it in client details. You're going to explain that we are going to find out where their child is at and how they show some of the skills we're going to be working on. So make sure you use words like show as opposed to, or, saying that, what their child is, because we want to make sure that we're sort of not attaching anything negative to the child. All right. So anyway, go over the scale and then help them make their choices on 1 to 5. Get any additional information, which maybe you already have and you can go back and add later. And then ask them for strength of their child in one area for improvement, and then anything else you need to know. You can save the form without signing at this point if you need to edit. Later on, when you're going to be doing your notes, you can actually print this to a PDF file. And then once it's filled out, you print a PDF and you're going to save it and put that into the file on the G drive that Denise is going to use.